Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome once again to our DepEd ETUlay online tutorial. And I am alone today because Tutor Kit is having an illness. May lagnat ata si Tutor Kit. And so we'd like to welcome you all for our week 7. But then in the actual classroom setup, it's already week 8. So palapit na tayo sa ating graduation and moving up ceremony. So we are with our subject Creative NonFiction Quarter 4, and this is every Tuesday at 4 o'clock to 4:40 p.m. via DepEd ETUlay sa Facebook po, and DepEd ETUlay sa YouTube channel ng DepEd. And of course, I would like to have short greetings for those people who logged in earlier. These are Enrico Dalupan, Joseph, Neslin, Crystal Kate Abordo, April Joy, Michael Alvarez Sorano, and then Vanessa Kamunayan Balido. Hello po sa inyong lahat. And of course, to my co-teachers here at San Mariano National High School who are very busy in preparation for the incoming graduation. At the same time, sa aming TA for the SBM validation on Friday. Okay, so our week 7 will be about the writing of a draft of a creative nonfiction piece based on the memorable real life experience, and this will have to do with your uh, week 7 challenge later on. It will be posted, it will be given to you at the end of the discussion. Okay, so this is, I think, the challenge last week, week 6, and you are to write a peer critique on the short personal essay "We Used to Be" by Kit Nadado using the SSWS pattern, which we've discussed with him last Tuesday, and it will be posted with your peer critique using the hashtag ETUlay NonFiction. But then, as of 3 o'clock this afternoon, only one tuty was able to post to give her challenge of the week, her output, and that is no other than Neslin again, the usual tuty of the week. She's from, of course, San Mariano National High School, Maine. Hume's student. Ayan. Okay. So let us read the output of Neslin. By and by, again, I'm going to look at my right side because I'm using also the phone to note your answers and your participation as I've discussed some of the concept of our lesson for today. Okay, so this was Neslin's output. Kit Inadados, "We Used to Be," talks about a bleak interaction with an old friend who used to be his best friend, with a relationship like brothers, as he described. I think that is the first part. Okay, and then the author utilized details such as his expression somber, 3 days old worth of mustache and then scruff, and his hair disheveled. That creates a clear cloud of imagination about the situation of his friend. Okay? Moreover, the lines, "It was fast, it felt like a blur, and it was more of an obligation," hit something to the core that made the reader empathize with the emotions of the author. The way that the story was written is great and brilliant, as well as the use of specific details. However, nasa part tayo ng weakness. It would also be nice if some of his friends' point of view was included in the story. Okay, that's a weakness. And then, the author can add more information focusing on his friend's reaction about their interaction to justify the last part of the narrative. Okay, that's a good critique, Neslin. And of course, you have used of the SSWS as your pattern. Okay, very good. And of course, you will receive your GCash prize again, amounting to 50 pesos. You just have to remind me later kasi nakakalimutan ko. Okay? And then hi also to Romnick Piano, Hanime Ulep, Kazel Esteban, Ivan Dizon, all from San Mariano National High School. Estudyante ko po kasi itong mga to. And they need to join us to participate in the discussion so that they will have or will be able to do the challenge for our week 7. That is a part of their total grade. Okay? Flash review tayo. So, you're given the directions to identify which part of the SSWS critique pattern is indicated in the following descriptions. Kunwari, nagmamadali tayo sa pagsagot. Okay? So, you have the choices summary, and then strengths, weaknesses, and then suggestions. You have 4. And if we go back to the given direction, you are to identify which part of the SSWS critique pattern is indicated in the following descriptions. First, it cite parts of the work that are praiseworthy and impressive. What do you think is the the pattern? Is it the summary, the strength, the weakness, or the suggestion? If we are already citing parts of the work that are praiseworthy and impressive. What do you think so, guys? Pasensya na sa aking boses at ako'y medyo inuubo. Okay. So, is it summary, strengths, weaknesses, or suggestion if you're citing parts of the work that are praiseworthy according to Neslin, its strength? Is it so? Hello, Ma'am Nova. Good afternoon po. I'm alone, Ma'am Nova. And the answer is, tama nga si Neslin, its strengths. So basically, you can immediately tell that Neslin was focused on the discussion last time. She was able to answer the first statement correctly. Okay, let's move on to the second item. It gives basic information about the work, including the author, the title, and the synopsis of the work. What do you think is the answer? Joseph is also correct with our item number 1. What about for number 2? It gives basic information about the work, including the author, the title, and the synopsis of the work. Ito madali because if you have noticed the example of Nestle a while ago, nakita doon agad yung the name of the author, and then you also have the title and then the short synopsis, including parang isang sentence lang siya, one sentence or two sa kanyang synopsis. According to Neslin, it's the summary. What about the others? What do you think is the answer for item number 2? Kasi mag-aantay tayo ng konti. So, sige, let's reveal the answer for, we have already consumed 10 minutes. Kailangan mag-move on tayo. Pwedeng nakastick. Yeah, the answer is summary. Tama ulit si Neslin. 2 out of 2 for Neslin. Okay? Next, after introducing a weakness, you are going to make an actionable suggestion to improve it. I think the answer is already given in the statement itself. Kaya madali lang. Ayan. Joseph is also correct for item number 2. It's summary. What about number 3? Of course, your answer is supposed to be suggestions, because you already have the clue with the item that we have doon sa last part. Okay? Moving on, so we have now the number 4. We need to have 4 items because the SSWS includes 4. Okay? So, sa number 4, yes, you're going to cite 1 to 2 things in your peers' work that needs improvement. Parang yung example kanina, some of the weaknesses or a weakness has been cited, and then parang may sumunod doon. Okay? A part that needs to be improved. Nabanggit ko na ata pala yung sagot. Sorry. Ayan. For number 4, according to Neslin, it's weaknesses. Weaknesses. Yan. So that concludes our flash review. So we have the summary, the strengths, the weaknesses, and then the suggestions. This is basically the pattern which we must follow when we are doing peers critique. Okay, peers critique. That is from the previous lesson that we had last Tuesday. And so today we'll have the week 7, which is about the beauty of drafting and revising. Yan. Meron nga bang kagandahan sa pagre-revise at pagde-draft? Malalaman natin. Okay? So, for us to begin, may we have siguro a minute to answer as fast as possible this specific a specific writing prompt. Okay? So, revision, sabi dyan, is it a punishment or a gift? So you may drop your short yet meaningful answers in the comment section. I read some of your answers. Ang revision ba or revisioning, rewriting is a punishment itself or a gift? What do you think so, guys? Yan. At habang nag-iisip kayo, syempre, babatiin ko yung mga nag-login kasama natin for today. We have also Nova Jane C. Osbal, Rojan Reyes Galiza. At the same time, would like to greet our district supervisors sa San Mariano 1 District, Ma'am Benedicta Velasco. Is very hardworking when it comes to yung mga vision and mission of the department and the district itself. Okay? According to Joseph, it's a gift. It was only to be given, have, and joy for all of my life. Parang kinantahan mo ako, Joseph. So ano nga ba ang revision? Is it punishment or a gift? Sige. So by and by, I'll be reading some of your answers because definitely yung sagot dito, malalaman nyo din sa preceding slides. But then, syempre, I would like to hear from you. I would like to read your answers. So, kailangan you have to drop a certain answer in the comment section para mabasa ko din. Okay? Sige. So, pag sinabing revision, it's a process of looking back on your writing. Since our subject is creative nonfiction, it's a prerequisite of the creative writing. We have to indulge ourselves in a lot of revisions. Okay? This is somewhat making changes to your writing to make it better. Okay? So, siguro napapansin nyo na o nagkakaroon na kayo ng conclusion on what's the answer of the writing prompt provided you. If it's a gift or a punishment. Okay? So, other than that, you have revision. You could add information to it, subtract, move or substitute words during revision. You know, if we are really a writer or if we are writing really, ang process niyan is that we are doing a certain draft, and then pag natapos natin or if we are in the middle na ng ating draft, napapansin natin na may mga kailangan natin i-add or i-subtract or remove or substitute na words. Okay? And that is normal sa writing. We need to revise. Okay? According to Neslin, revision is a gift daw. It provides the author an opportunity to improve his or her work to make the things clearer and better. So that's definitely correct. Tama yon. So we need to revise because hindi lahat ng tao ay gifted, or siguro a percent, 0.001, mga gano'n, o 0.2 Ang mga taong hindi na nagre-revise, they are an expert in the field of writing. Meron tayong ganon. So, it's a gift, actually. It's a gift because it will make a way for us to have a better writing. It will open windows para makita natin yung mga kailangan natin palitan. Okay? Ayan. So according to Kelly Burnhill, an American author, that's the magic of revisions. Every cut is necessary and every cut hurts, but something new always grows. You know, if you imagine, yung tayo, pag nagpo-prune tayo ng mga flowers, mga stem nila, di ba, tumutubo siya into a better plant. Into a better plant. Ganun din sa writing. Kailangan nating mag-cut so that yung mga hindi parang walang worth, walang value na words, hindi natin maisasama sa ating draft. Okay? Malalaman nyo later on yung bakit. Because the preceding slides will add some clearer view on the importance of revisions. Okay? Ang sabi dito, revision as your best friend. Bakit kaya naging best friend natin ang revision? Okay? Because, kaya ng sabi ko, no writer gets it right the first time or even the second or third. Tama kaya yun? Yes, maybe yes, but yeah, majority siguro ng sasagot dito is yes because everybody, although may mga expert, they still need to finalize everything, to fully furnish their draft before saying that the draft itself is siguro the best. Okay, so we need to have a first glance, second or third, or even the fourth and fifth glance for revision. Okay. And of course, we also have there's no such thing as good writing. There is only good rewriting. Same as the first statement, we need to rewrite and rewrite so that we come up with the best output possible. Okay. So we also have an excerpt from the Complete Idiot's Guide to Writing Nonfiction by Christina Bofes. Ang sabi niya, some often see revision as a punishment. This is the answer with the writing prompt that we have earlier. Some often see revision as punishment, but then revision is really a gift. Ayan. I'll just have to check the comments. Okay. In a speech, we can take back things we've said in anger other than adding more speech and saying, I'm sorry. Tama, di ba? If we are speaking, we cannot revise what we have spoken. Lalo na pag tayo ay galit, nakakapagsalita tayo ng hindi maganda or worse things or worse words na pwede nating i-attack or ibigay sa ating mga companions. And we end up saying, I'm sorry na lang because we cannot revise what we've said. Okay? But then, that's a beauty in writing. We can actually revise what we've written before before its finalization. Okay? So it's a gift. So tama si Nestle, it's a gift. Now, how do we start revising? Hello din kay Floris Suarez, Christine Joy Baliwag Santiago, and hi sir, Darius Agmaliw. Yes, so this is how to start the revision process. Ang sabi dito, writing is like a piece of pie, says the essayist Adair Lara. Let it cool before touching it with a knife. So what do you understand about that? Sige nga. Just have to comment again your answers, and then pag nakita ko, babasahin ko na lang. So, in writing, hindi pwedeng nag-produce ka ng output, immediately ipapakain mo sa readers. No, right? Because of course, say for example, sa isang article, say you're a writer for a certain magazine or whatever, okay? Magsusulat ka, and then you need not to give your first writing to the producers, kasi it needs to be parang pwede siya, hindi siya pwedeng i-consume kaagad. Kailangan dumaan muna siya sa process, sa mga critics. That's why we have the critic patterns. Everything should be critique para malinis yung pagkakagawa. Walang aberya later on during the final printing. Okay? So para siyang pie. Kailangan palamigin mo muna para masarap bago kainin. Ganon din sa article. Okay? And yan. Included in the revision and how to start revising is that you have to ask yourselves the following questions. First, what did I learn from the piece? So, yung value ng piece nakabatay sa learnings ng mga readers. Just like we in the DepEd, sa mga lessons, we always have the valuing. What did the learners learn from the lesson every now and then doon sa mga discussion. Okay? Same as true in revising. So, we have to ask ourselves, what did I learn from this piece? Next, what surprised me in writing this piece? So, kailangan may sense of surprise. Hindi pwedeng sulat lang ng sulat without parang wala siyang surprise na effect doon sa reader. So, hindi makakote yung attention ng readers without this particular aspect, surprise. Okay? Third, what stands out as being the most important in this piece? So, kailangan when you write, basically, ang fina-follow natin a certain theme or a certain subject. Kasi we do not write alone, somehow, somewhat, ng isang article without a particular theme or subject. Napakahirap nun. Okay? So we need to point out what's important with the piece. If it's related, it's relevant to the needs of the people or sa experiences ng people, makaka-relate ba sila sa piece na yon or hindi. Okay? Sige. So, aside from those questions, we may also ask a question with a friend. So, parang peer tutoring, peer thinking. Okay? So, these are the questions that needs to be answered through a friend's feedback. First, what do you remember most about the piece? Siyempre, tatanungin mo yung katabi mo or yung reader mo na friend if what specific thing did he or she remembers with your output. Okay? And then you have to take note of her details, of his details. Para alam mo by and by kung ano yung mga dapat mong input when you will do your second draft. Okay? Your second article. Next, when were you most interested? Same with the first one. Kasi if someone remembered something, that something is supposed to be the thing na interested siya. Okay? And then, what do you want to know more about? Okay? Ang reader kasi, especially if you are a good reader, you wanted to ask for more details. You don't stick with a certain detail alone. Hindi pwedeng kung ano yung nabasa mo, yun na yun. Because a good reader is someone na mag-aas ng tanong kung meron pa bang mas malalim na mga pinanggagalingan ng mga experiences and the words that we encounter every day para medyo if that is something to do with has something to do with the article. Okay? Okay. Moving on, we also have what drag in the piece. So when you are reading, ano yung humihila sa'yo para basahin yon? I myself is a fan of feature writers that when you read articles such as feature, na-amaze ka with the use of words, with how the flow of the ideas, the organization of the thoughts of the writer, kung paano ginamit yung mga sensory images, symbolisms, styles, and techniques. Same goes with when someone is a good editorial writer. Parang ganun din. Because you will definitely be dragged to read that certain piece if you have noticed something na valuable. Okay? And then you also have what do you think it's about? Okay? Medyo mababaw na yan. What do you think it's about? Okay. Next, you're going to take a look at your beginning and concluding paragraphs. Kasi, when we write, especially an essay, the beginning paragraph, the opening statement, should jive with the concluding paragraphs. Kailangan yung opening has something to do with the body, and then of course hindi mawawala yung connection ng opening to that of the concluding paragraphs, and that is alignment. May alignment kasi pag hindi naka-align, syempre papasok tayo sa iba't ibang hall, hindi na natin ma-organize yung ating thoughts, and the readers would exclude reading your article. Okay. Next, do you have a single focus? So meaning to say, when we opt to align our article from the beginning down to the concluding paragraphs, we are considering a single focus. Hindi dapat tayo mawala sa ating subject. We're given a theme or a subject, we have to stick with with that subject. Hindi pwedeng maglagay tayo ng iba't ibang ingredients just to satisfy our personal needs when it comes to reading. We have to stick with our focus so that the readers will not be misled with regards to their reading process. Next, did you write your way to a more interesting idea? Yan. From maybe the least interesting down to the most interesting, or parang inverted pyramid na the most interesting down to the least. Okay, pwede rin yun. And so, what do you need to keep and take out to keep this unity of focused? We need to ask ourselves, ano nga ba ang i-keep ko with my statements, with every sentence that I'm writing in that article, at ano naman yung ita-take out ko that has no bearing sa aking article. Okay? Next, revising at the paragraph level. Kailangan kong bilisan because it's 4:31. Take a non-fiction piece that you've written and outline it afterwards. Ayan. And then in the margin next to every paragraph, you're going to write 2 or 3 words of what the paragraph is about. Do they all fit your focus? If not, then you go back to the first statement a while ago. You have to cut out or keep out those words which are not which should not be included in your paragraph. Next, helpful questions to get feedback. First, where do you want me to slow down and tell more? So this is something to do with asking your friend or your readers about your articles. Where do you want me to speed up? Kailan ako pwedeng magmabilis sa aking mga ideas? And then there are too many details, marami bang detalye na hindi kaaya-aya and I need to erase those details. Yan. Is there too much telling and not enough showing? Mas maganda kasi yung a lot of showing instead of just telling a lot of details. Okay? It's parang mas maganda ang you have to use adverbs. You have to exclude adverbs and then use verbs because verbs are action words. Okay? And then you have to take note of the verbs if these are passive or active because we have to stick with the active one. Okay? And then where were the most exciting parts of the piece? Same as to the questions a while ago. Ayan. So we also have the clutter. We have to get rid of the clutter. So pwede niyong ilagay sa word bank nito yung word na clutter, word of the day. Pag sinabing clutter, it's a shorter sentences. Hindi pala. Shorter sentences, punchy fragments, and dialogue all speed up the pace. It's the antonym of the clutter. Okay? Because the following statement is longer sentences, close after close, slow down your reader. So definitely ang clutter are longer sentences because this slow downs your reader. Okay? So ang clutter, it's close after close. Ang antonyms nito, is that shorter sentences, kailangan punchy na fragments ang ilalagay natin because it will all speed up our pace in writing. So meaning to say, ang clutter is a sentence or any word that is not doing an important work in your masterpiece. So pag may isang word doon or a single statement that has no worth at all, worthless, that is considered a clutter. Okay? Getting rid of clutter, you have to prune your sentences to make them work efficiently. Diba? Sabi sa the beginning slides a while ago, you have to cut, and cut. Because it will make your output better or even the best one. Okay? So pruning your sentences to make them work efficiently is done during the last phase of revision. Okay? So ang pag-exclude ng clutter ay ginagawa po during the last phase of revision. This also includes extra prepositions as in head of a committee. Ayan, meron tayong extra na prepositions and that should be excluded. Superfluous adjectives, use only the essentials. The same with the food essay that we had. These are the tips. So you have to use only 2 to 3 adjectives when writing an essay. And you have to choose only the essentials. Habitual expressions that don't mean anything. Just like, for example, as a matter of fact, yung mga ganon. At this point in time, needless to say, those words are or should be excluded na doon sa ating write-ups. Adverbs, those words ending in ly such as walk slowly. Instead, you have to choose a more descriptive word such as amble. Yun nga, adverbs should be changed or transformed into verbs. Slowly to amble. Di ba kakaiba? Okay? Never use a metaphor, simile, or other figures of speech which you are used to seeing in print. Okay? Aside from that, never use a long word where a short one will do. Diba? The shorter, the better pagdating sa ruling ng writing. Okay? Number 3, if it's possible to cut a word out, always cut it out. Yes. Never use the passive where you can use the active. Never use a foreign phrase, a scientific word, or a jargon if you can think of an English equivalent. Bakit mo pahihirapan yung inyong mga readers kung pwede namang simplihan? That's technical writing. Okay? And then number 6, break any of these rules sooner than say anything outright barbarous. So pag break mo yung 5 rules na yan, then definitely ang magiging outcome ng output mo ay somewhat na barbarous. Okay? So hindi na natin itatakal tong checkpoint because we only have 2 minutes at namamalat na yung boses ko. So punta na tayo doon sa ating creative nonfiction recognition. This will be on our week 8 on Tuesday. That's our last week. Hopefully na nandun lahat ng ating mga learners, senior high school, creative nonfiction learners, so that makakapag-participate lahat and everyone will have the chance to receive a prize doon sa ating quarter wrap-up. And for the recognition phase, we have the specific task. You are going to post any of your best work, essay, or piece you have written throughout the semester. Isa lang. And then, chosen winners will receive 100, I think, GCash money, and will have their work read next week. You're going to post your best work using the hashtag ETUlay NonFiction, or you could just tag us, Tutor Kit Nadado, and I, in our Facebook account, so that we'll be able to read it as fast as possible. Kasi pag tinatag nyo, mas mabilis. Okay? Pwede nyo i-screenshot to. I'll be sending it to our GC, to the GC of San Mariano National High School. And we'll be posting din siguro, if I could still remember this one, tomorrow, kung may time ako na mag-post. But then definitely, it will be posted in our GC. Okay? And I'll be ending up with a quote from Richard Branson, and it goes this way: every successful story is a tale of constant revision and change. And that has something to do with our lesson for today. Constant revision and change equals success. Thank you for tuning in with me today. And this has been your tutor, Jerry, saying goodbye for now, and see you again on Tuesday. Thank you.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!